Well, I will tell y'all, it's kind of a little crazy what this room looks like here. So I'm going to try to spread things out a little bit, try to see how much neater I can make things. But you all kind of know what my situations have been lately with just all the stuff that's been going on about a flooded basement and all the work that's been being put into a room that I live in downstairs. So I decided just to kind of make this live just to kind of see how live stream might work. This is probably the first time I went live on YouTube, and I will say that things are just a little bit of a mess in this little house guest room that I'm staying in right now, but I'll have so much more to share and to say as we move along. And I'd say hopefully it's like by Christmas or New Year's, I'll be moved back down into the basement, into my new bedroom with new flooring and new walls painted. So this is just kind of what we see here, and I'd say that there's always going to be little different outfits I have for shows, and sometimes I just might kind of put on little house clothes just to do a little live. And you see this shirt is kind of cheap, so I just wanted to see if anybody would happen to be online who would be catching this live, any viewers. I will also just say that hopefully sometime in the future I can plan in advance when I might go live. I do think it kind of took me a while to probably get to a point on YouTube where I finally could go live. It was a time when I thought you had to have a certain number of subscribers to do it, and the number of subscribers I thought you had to have, I don't have that yet. But I would also just like if any of you all could come to this channel and consider becoming a new subscriber. And I'd have so much more to share as far as how little pieces of art come along. Hopefully, I could say that when we get back moved into my old space, I could finally be able to get something set up where I could show a little more products and probably be able to keep a line going. But it's just among those things where I've just also decided that I'm going to be legit. I'm going to be honest about myself. It's the basement of my parents' house where I usually live in, and we just have a lot of our stuff on storage pods out in the yard, and a lot of the stuff got taken off the pod and moved back into the basement so that we could get rid of two of those pods. But we didn't have enough room in the basement to get everything in yet, so we still got one of those pods out there. Just went out there with my father yesterday, and we just kind of went looking through the pod, trying to find my wood and my tools, because it was just getting old to me that I wasn't really able to carve. But they're keeping food on the table, they're getting the house ready so that everybody can enjoy a nice Christmas, and we're trying to get me moved back into the basement so that my sister can stay in this guest room when we have everybody come over for Christmas. And I just say about all things that as for how I celebrate Christmas, it's like I don't usually prefer to ask people to buy me things, but I mean, I have relatives who, insist that they do and that I make a list for them. So I just kind of look through Amazon for things I can probably put on a list, things I can use that they can probably get. And there's extra money I make around Christmas time with all the extra sales that I make. And that being the kind of thing that I have things that goes towards, like collectibles to go in my bedroom. And this year, it's kind of a different kind of year. We don't really have places to put that stuff because once we kind of get already did get like all the paneling done on the wall and the floor. We just have yet to have people come in where they can paint the walls. So we're trying to do a little work on that as well and see where that's going to go. It's going to take us a pretty far way, a pretty far distance for all that we have to do and all we have to say. So I just wanted to come on and let you all know that it's going to be one of those things where, I mean, a lot of the furniture was destroyed by the floods. So we're going to be getting new pieces of furniture to go in my bedroom as well and try to, keep that very organized. So right now is just a time when I just have a lot of stuff that there's just no place to put. So probably won't be on Etsy buying any collectibles this year. And that is just among the things where I wanted to come on here and see that if anybody ever does have a chance, to subscribe to this channel, they might do so and see a little bit of my craft. But I say that when it comes down to time when we just kind of move back into the basement, by Christmas or New Year's, I might get a chance to get back to doing some more crafting and some more carving and some more making of things to go on videos. But as for right now, it just is what it is. It just kind of has to be my music stuff right now because that's kind of what I've been uploading by the days, to just be featured by the days, to show up by the days. And I say that with all this little work we're doing, I'll just always be on here just to share a little more as time moves on. I want to thank those of you who already have subscribed for doing so, and that we might be able to see how many more subscribers we can get so that I can have plenty more people to tune in whenever I get the chance to go live. And that'll be just another thing that comes along in its own time, God revealing, because we know of all things, like my cap says, Romans 8:28, he makes all things work together for the good. So that's just a little verse that comes along on my cap. And sometimes we wonder what God's little point in things he does is. But I say that it's just one of those things where we all just kind of got to learn to appreciate what we have, appreciate what we get, appreciate what we do. Yes, there's going to be gains and losses in life, and that's just a fact of life. But thank you all so much for coming on, and wish you all the best and stay safe.